Erin Chase from the Dinner Made Easy show here on the $5 Dinners Facebook page, and I have got a fantastic recipe for you today. Super easy, less than 10 minutes, maybe even like 3. We'll talk about it. We're making ham and cheese sliders today with a homemade honey mustard sauce. This is super easy to make. I'm not sure if you don't count cereal. Yeah, let's not count cereal, but I think this very well could be like the easiest dinner ever because it's so simple, it's so good, it's very easy to customize, and so fast. This is like one of those meals that I like to say you need to have kind of like on backup and kind of have the ingredients on hand. Like I've always got honey, I've always got mustard. I might need to grab some like small dinner rolls, but you could use a number of different types of dinner rolls. I prefer the sweet ones with this one. We'll get to that in a second. But this recipe is one that you can make in a matter of minutes. This is the one that will, like, if you think of it, when you're like tempted to go into the drive-thru, you think of this and you're like, oh, we'll just have that instead. I know I've got ham and cheese at home. So we are making ham and cheese sliders with a homemade honey mustard sauce, and I'm going to tell you 3 different ways you can make this. We're going to make it just straight up sandwiches, no baking. If you wanted to bake these, I'm going to suggest 2 different toppings. Toppings is not the right word. 2 different things you could brush on top of these, if you will. And that way we have 3 different options. If you're a garlic fan like myself, you could brush melted butter and garlic on top before you bake these. If you don't love garlic so much, I might suggest a melted butter with a little bit of poppy seed that you would brush on top. So those are 3 different ways. Straight up sandwiches without warming them up, with a kind of a buttery garlic brushed on top, and a buttery poppy seed would be the 3rd way that you could do that. I got out a baking dish because I'm going to show you as if I'm going to bake this. I'm not actually going to bake this tonight, but I'm going to make this as if we were, so I can show you how we're going to brush stuff on top. So this is super easy. These are the 3 ingredients, and we're going to do equal parts of honey and spicy brown mustard. You could do honey and regular yellow mustard. We're just going for equal parts. I just like the way that this tastes over the honey mustard sauce that you can buy at the store. I know you can get this kind of already pre-made. I just think this tastes better, and it's way fewer ingredients. I mean, this is 1 ingredient, and this is like 3 or 4. Anywho, I prefer this over the honey mustard that is at the store. It just tastes richer. It tastes better. We're just going to mix this up. That's it. Seriously, 1 to 1. That's my favorite honey mustard. I like spicy brown just to kick it up a little bit. If you've got sensitive little palates that you're feeding, you might just want to use straight up yellow mustard. Totally up to you what you want to do. So that's it. This is our ingredients now. We have our rolls. These are the sweet rolls. This is Swiss. Absolutely, provolone would be a great alternative. This is just baby Swiss. That's what I grabbed. Ham, and then this. Now, if you were going to make these as little sliders, I would just break these up. I'm not going to, because I'm going to show you a different way in a second. I would break these up, and then I would add, I would fold the cheese probably like this, and then maybe get some smaller pieces of ham, and then, dollop on a little bit of this honey mustard sauce onto it, if I was going to make these as just straight up sliders. So break them apart, add ham, cheese, and then just drizzle. I mean, be generous. There's a lot here. But if we're going to, yes, Elaine, just a second. If we're going to make this in a baking dish where we're going to bake it so the cheese gets all melty and we're going to brush melted butter and either garlic or poppy seed on top, then this is how I would do it. Let me review this. This is equal parts of honey and spicy brown mustard. So I probably did about 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons, maybe 2.5 and 2.5, but equal parts. I like spicy brown mustard with this. You could do regular yellow mustard, would work just as well. I just prefer this. It just tastes better than the stuff you buy in the store. All right, here we go. Bread knife, serrated bread knife. See if I can do this without knocking my camera down. Okay, see, there's my pup at the back door. Cody wants to come in. I'm trying to not watch through the camera, but I'm trying to watch for comments as well. Okay, so this is how we're doing this. I think I did it right. Okay, so let me come over here just a second. I know I didn't cut all the way through this side. So now we have what I hope is the most, we got a little skinny over here, but that's okay. So now we have this. So what we're gonna do is take the bottoms and put them in a baking dish. I could probably fit this into my 7 by 11, but I'm just gonna use the 9 by 13 for now. That's what I have out. That's what we're gonna do. We are going to just layer on the, here's what I would do. I would do a little bit of this, spread on the bottom. Since we're gonna just melt all this together, I think I would do like half and half. You can layer this however you want. You've got sauce, we can make more of this honey mustard sauce. I usually just do 1 layer, but I'm feeling a little crazy. Maybe we'll do 2 tonight. And then we're gonna just lay the cheese on thick, and then I'll show you what's gonna happen at the end. I'm gonna just lay the cheese. I might even do 2 layers of cheese because why not? Yum, yum. If you are leaving a comment, I currently cannot see it, and I will check them later and answer them later. So I'm gonna do 2 cheese layers. I'm gonna do a layer of cheese, a layer of ham, another layer of cheese. I might do a thick layer of ham here because I got all these little pieces. We want this to be nice and coated. See how fast and easy this is? It takes like 2 minutes to prepare. If you are gonna bake this, you're gonna have to bake it for about 10 minutes just to get the cheese melty, depending on how, I have more cheese, don't worry. Depending on how, you know, you could do a 400-degree oven to get it to melt through pretty quickly. So then there's that. And because I said I was feeling a little crazy, you know, we could make up a little bit more sauce. We're just going to add this to the top sides. You could drizzle it straight onto this cheese. I'm going to add it into the bread so it soaks in just a little bit. I'm running out over here. I need my scraper. And then this is going to go on top. All right, now, next step would be to bake 350 or 400, 10-15 minutes. You just want the cheese to melt through. Nothing needs to cook. We're just trying to get the cheese to melt through. All right, I'm going to just do this quickly. And then you bake, you pull it out of the oven, and here's the magic. Here's why this is so amazing and so easy. Okay, before you bake it, if we're going to brush topping on, melted butter brushed on top, and then either sprinkle poppy seeds, or if you're going to use minced garlic, I would mix together the melted butter and the minced garlic in a little glass dish, and then brush it on top. So brush that on top before you bake it for 10 minutes. Oh my goodness, so easy. Okay, here's what you do when you take it out of the oven. When you take it out of the oven, I'm not going to actually go all the way. Maybe I will end up baking these. You just cut right through this way, and then when you're finished and they're done baking, you just pull the sliders apart after. This would be sticking together better if I had actually baked this, pardon that. But you just slice it through this way, all the way across, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and then you just like pull the sliders apart and the cheese will just like melt all over everything. And if you wanted to make up a little more honey mustard, the 1-to-1 spicy honey mustard and honey, then you could dip. I think that would be an awesome dip for these as well. You could bake them and get that cheese all amazing and melty, and then brush some either like melted butter and garlic on top, or you could do like melted butter and some poppy seed, I think would be great as well. And just let that warm through in the oven for about 10 minutes, and you have got, like, seriously, was that not the easiest thing? I mean, besides cereal, because that doesn't count. We all have those days. I totally understand. If you're having one today, have that cereal. Make these tomorrow. All right, that is our ham and cheese sliders that we are going to, I think I am going to bake these now that I've put this together like this to show you guys. I'm going to get these in the oven and get them served up to my kiddos. Great with just some fresh fruit, baby carrots, a salad, whatever, simple, fast bananas, like something, those little clementine mandarin oranges that are all over the place now. Super, super great and amazing recipe and easy dinner. I hope you guys like that. I will drop the recipe here onto the video in just a moment. If you have any other questions, please let me know. And I hope that this is helping you so that you can have a dinner made super easy at your house and you don't have to stress and worry about what you're gonna have. You've got super great and simple ideas like this. If you wanna check out some of the other videos that we have, just tap on the $5 dinners at the top of the video and go to the videos tab, and you'll see all kinds of different ideas and quick and simple weeknight dinners that we have shared here on the Dinner Made Easy show. I will be back next Wednesday with another great recipe for you just before Christmas. I will share more about that this weekend, and I will see you again next week.